Yo, does Drip need and rely only on new users in order to sustain? That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. It will go a long way. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. So I was in one of my crypto Facebook groups, and someone was talking a lot of shit about the fact that the sell pressure is too much, that there's not going to be enough new users to make it sustainable, and the need for that, and yada yada. I get it. Look, there are a lot of DeFi projects out there that really rely heavily on new users, but with Drip, it is a little bit different. It's not it's not what you think. Without getting too technical on it, I think a lot of people are not taking into account the way that Forex has created the tax structure, where almost every action you take, does put a tax on it. It's 10%. There is a 5% compounding tax, so that's the least amount, but a sell tax, a buy tax, there's the whale tax, right? So, if you're a big whale trying to unload quite a bit, your tax rate's a lot higher, and the thing too that we're now seeing, actually, that people are also not really talking about a whole lot, is that some of these big whales, right, that have been in since the beginning of Drip and have seen that it's probably one of the best DeFi projects out there. They've been in since the beginning. They've gotten paid 1% every single day without missing a beat, right? And we've had some that have started to max out their wallets. What they're doing is that they're airdropping Drip, right, into new wallets that they're creating. And this is a great thing, because what this is doing is it's reducing sell pressure, right? And so instead of taking their Drip, claiming and selling, they're starting new wallets with it, and they're going to start the whole process again of building out to max payout, right? This is something that I'm not seeing a lot of people talk about. So we're seeing these new smaller wallets being created, and it's people that are airdropping from older wallets into new ones, right? Because they want to start the cycle over again. They've had success. Look at my boy Stunna Breezy. Man, he was the first person to max out his wallet. Guy's making like $100,000 a day on Drip. $100,000 a day on Drip. That's $1 million. What, every 10 days? Man, crazy. He has started multiple wallets, right? So, there's this argument that there's got to be new users for the only way it's going to work. Yes, is that part of growth? That's anything, right? I mean, you invest in Apple stock, you got to have new investors and new money for it to continue to go up. I don't want to completely compare it to equities, you know what I mean, or just standard cryptocurrencies, but I mean, that argument is they're not looking at it. They're not looking at the bigger picture here, and they haven't really dug into the mechanics of what Forex has done with the tax. I think right now it's like 60% of the pool is from taxes. He has given projections that as long as it's at 35%, Drip is fine. Drip is sustainable. We're double that. So, this whole thing about we're not going to have enough new users is ridiculous. Not only is that ridiculous in that it's not really truly honoring the mechanics of how the Drip network actually works. Keep in mind too, there are a lot of new announcements that are in the pipeline that are going to specifically bring in new users. Okay, we got a partnership potentially coming up with PancakeSwap. PancakeSwap is like the biggest DeFi platform there is. You imagine, Drip forming an official partnership with them, the amount of new users that's going to bring. Plus, have you guys seen any of the previews for the new UI? Oh man, I mean, it looks like like Charles Schwab as Forex said. I mean, it's gonna attract people that come from a finance background, that go on. I mean, I love the UI the way it is, right? I like the aquaness to it, the drips, the da. But when it starts looking really like from a financial, like someone from a real financial, traditional financial background created it, it's going to give people kind of some ease, right? There's a psychological component that is going to take place when people see the new UI. If you haven't seen the previews for it yet, I definitely suggest you go take a look. I'll try and put a link down below it to where that is for you to see. It's pretty remarkable. You know, and of course everyone's talking about the animal farm. When that gets unpaused, we're gonna, you know, see, I think, a big influx in capital, you know, in the ecosystem that does, how one thing feeds the other is I mean, we just got a lot of things in the pipeline that I think are going to attract new users. So yeah, I'm not buying that argument, man. And look, I think too, what we've been seeing right now in terms of sell pressure, have you guys gone on Deck Screener and actually looked at a lot of the sells? I mean, last week in particular, I was watching it and it was like, people were selling like $5 of drip, you know, $8 of drip. And I'm sorry, but that argument that like, well, we're all in different places and, you know, you can't compare where you're at compared to where someone else is at. No, bullshit, man. Like $8 of drip. If you need to sell $8 worth of drip, you should not be in DeFi. Absolutely should not be in DeFi. Okay, so I'd rather get you out now, right? You know, then I mean, you shouldn't be there. Those are not the kind of people we want in the protocol. People we want in the protocol recognize what compound interest is. Compound interest, I mean, it's mind-blowing, the power that can happen with compound interest and the fact that we get to do it every day. There's an exponential growth that will start happening. You compound every day for 6 months, watch. You will see this huge kind of hockey stick curve that goes up. I noticed it too. When I finally got up to 100 drip tokens, I mean, I'm almost at 200 now. And it's been a much shorter period of time, obviously, going from 100 to 200. So anyway, that's my little morning rant. Today's going to be a good day. If you're not in drip and you have some questions, leave a comment below. Love to hear from you. Answer any questions the best I can. I'll leave my buddy address if you need to use that to set up an account. If you already are in drip, love to hear your thoughts. Tell me what you think about, do we just constantly need new users? Is that the only way this platform is going to survive? I'd love to hear from you. If you disagree with anything I said, please leave a comment. Would love it. This is a discussion. We're all in this together. Let's learn from one another. Catch you guys in the next one.